All right, so this is gonna be part of our balancing flow. First, we're gonna be standing at the tops of our mats, feet hip width distance apart. Arms can either be at your sides, they can be facing outwards. Chin is gonna be forward. Gonna roll your shoulders back to get them from being bunched up around our ears. And taking a big deep breath here. Maybe lifting up all 10 toes and dropping them down one by one, just to get really grounded in our mountain pose, standing tall and strong. And here we're going to inhale those arms up, and we're going to bring our hands together, and on the exhale we're just going to bend over to the left, and then we're going to inhale coming up, bending over to the right, and we're just going to kind of do that a few times on each side, linking our breath to movement. This is supposed to be our swaying palm tree. And your hands don't, I guess, necessarily have to stay touching. You can just bend from side to side, just kind of swaying. And when we're ready, we can bring our arms down. And from there, we are going, well, as we kind of should have left them up, because we're going to do chair pose. So one thing that helps with chair pose is taking a block and putting it between just your knees right here. And chair pose is actually a balancing pose, which I did not even know that. But so we are going to inhale those arms upward, and then on the exhale, we're going to gently begin to sink as if we are sitting down in a chair. Turning to swing. So you kind of want your pelvis to be tucked in a little bit. That. Arms up. And this is building strength and resilience. Your core should be engaged. And your arms can either remain up or they can come to heart center. And also move from side to side like this. Kind of works those hips out while we're in chair pose. And it just gives us something else to focus on other than holding this position. So you can also, flow in and out of it, coming up, sinking back down, coming up, and sinking back down. And we can come out of that. Keeping the blocks nearby, because we're going to do some warrior two, like just a little warrior flow. So we'll just have those nearby just in case. And then, so facing the side of your mat, I'm going to start with my right leg. So my right foot is going to be facing the side of my mat. My back foot is going to come out a little bit, and that back foot is going to be, your toes are going to be facing the side of the mat. So your hips will be at a 45-degree angle, and just finding our balance here. Bend into that front knee, and your hands can either remain at your hips or they can come up and into our T position for warrior two. Your gaze should be looking over your front middle finger. Again, balancing pose, building strength and resilience. And from here, we are going to flip that front hand, and then we're gonna start to gently bring our back hand down our back leg as we bring this right hand up and over. Trying to keep a bend in that front leg, but if not, you can always straighten it. And then we can go back into our warrior two. And then we'll do that again, flipping palm up. Maybe straightening the leg this time. And again, this is creating space in that front side body. We want to open our hearts, and then back down into warrior two, and from there we'll bring it to the other side. So just moving feet forward, and then switching. The back foot is going to face the back of the mat, and then this foot is going to, the toes are going to face the front, bringing your blocks up to that side if you need them. So we're gonna bend into that front knee, making sure the knee doesn't go over the toes. And just finding our balance here, hip be at a 45-degree angle. We can either keep our hands on our hips, finding our balance here, or we can bring our hands up into a T position if we want a little more. Our gaze should be towards the front, looking over that middle finger. And when we're ready, we want a little more, we'll flip that front palm, and then we'll start to bring that back arm down that back leg, and bringing our left arm over, creating space in our left side body. I know for me, I also feel it in my hips. It's like stretching out those hip flexors, feels good. And I was gonna say, remembering though that if it hurts, then we can come out of it. It's not supposed to hurt. And then we can also straighten that front leg if we need to. And then bending the knee, coming back into warrior two. And then again, flipping that front palm and bringing it back. Maybe straightening the leg. And then bending into it again for our warrior two. And one more time, flipping that front palm, bending it up and over. And everything can come back forward. So from here, we're going to work on tree pose. So we're going to start with the very basic, and then we're going to work our way up. So having your block in your back.
Sometimes I think it's easier.
Yeah, I know.
Try it out.
So I'm going to actually start with my left foot. So I'm going to bring my block to the inside of my left foot. And we're just going to start with either using your, well, actually, we'll start with just a little kickstand. So I'm going to take my right foot, placing it kind of on that left ankle, finding our balance here, and either bringing our hands up to heart center, or maybe if you want a little more, we can inhale those arms up for tree pose. If you want a little more, we can always bring that block to the inside of the left foot, and you can use that as a prop to bring your foot up a little more. And then again, either bringing hands to heart or inhaling your arms up. It's also okay if your tree sways a little bit. It's real windy outside today. Or if you want a little more, you can either let go of the block, bringing your foot right underneath your knee. Even though I'm having trouble today, I've not been balancing my life very well, that is why. But it's okay if we come out of it. It's yoga practice, not yoga perfect. It's what I hear a lot of people say. Of course, I'm looking down at my phone, not looking forward where I should be. But you can always also turn that block upward and then bringing it. Now the only thing is you always want to make sure that you don't put your foot over that knee, because you don't want to like hyperextend it or anything. So your foot can either be like this, or if you don't want to use the block, you want a little more, always bring that foot up. Woo, okay. I'm gonna look at my drishti, my focal point, so I don't fall, and I might actually be able to do it. I'm a swaying tree today. We're just going to go with the next foot. So, starting again, just from the bottom up, getting grounded in that right foot, bringing that left heel to our right ankle as a little kickstand. Just finding your balance here. Hands can come to heart center. Or inhale, our arms up for our tree pose. Staying here if that's in your practice today. Or if you want a little more and you need a little support, we'll bring that block to the inside of our right foot. And then we'll prop our left toes up on it. Finding our balance here. And either staying here if you like for a couple breaths, or if you want a little more, you can let go of that block and just bring that foot to your calf. Hands can either remain on your hips and be heart center, or you can inhale those arms up. Checking in with the shoulders to make sure we don't have them shoved up to our ears. And if you're wanting a little more, to bring that foot up some more, we can either use our block and turn it this way. Just remembering not to push that left foot into our right knee. I'm just going to place it there. And again, heart center, or even hands on hips. Inhaling, arms up. We want a little more. Or even removing that block and bringing All right, so that was much better when we were actually actually focused on my drishti instead of everything else. So now we're gonna do some eagle pose. Okay, there's gonna be quite a few modifications for this. I have trouble with eagle pose. If we got the breasts, it can be a little difficult for us because we are supposed to be crossing our arms. Like one arm is going to come up under that elbow, and then your hands kind of turn and you're supposed to grab. Now we can do that using a strap. Okay, you know, you can have the strap and you can be holding on to it, or I mean, it doesn't have to look like that. You know, the point is just to have your arms crossed, and I just kind of fly my wings is how I do it. So first, just getting used to this motion, having your arms crossed like this, and you can either stay here, or what we're gonna do is, starting with our right foot, we're gonna kind of do the same thing that we did with tree pose. We're gonna either use that left or right ankle as a kickstand, and this can be our eagle pose. Fly. Or what we can try to do is maybe try to cross our legs. Staying here. We can get comfortable that way. If you want a little more, you can actually almost sink down just a little bit, almost like you're doing a chair pose. Or what we can do is we'll bend into that right leg and take that left ankle and placing it over that right knee. A little wobbly. Eagles flying to the side. So yeah, there's lots of different, now it's supposed to look like you have that and then you're grabbing both hands, but I got T-Rex arms, my hands don't reach like that, and I got chesticles. So yeah, we modify it because again, it's not about what it looks like, it's about just being able to get into the pose, breathe into it, release our tension. Eagle pose is good for balance, it's good for our shoulder blades, core strength, all those things. So we'll do that again on the other side, but this time we're going to switch arms. So this time the opposite arm is going to come under that elbow, and we're going to fly on this side. And we can either remain here in our eagle arms. Now it's kind of a, you know, we're doing like heart opening stuff, so this is kind of like that counter pose, like bringing the shoulder blade, you know, like squeezing them back this way instead of out that way. So we're just, we have lots of different advantages in all of our poses, and they kind of all flow together. So we're remaining here, using that as a kickstand. Or if you want a little more, go ahead and cross those legs. If we want a little more, we can dip down a little bit, like we're going into a chair pose. Or if we want a little bit more, bend into that left knee and start to slowly lift up that right leg, propping it up, or that right ankle on our left hand. My bird flew sideways. Sideways. Okay. One more time. I'm gonna do eagle arms, left leg is always the most difficult. Whew. All right. One more time. One more time for the one time. Okay. All right. So after that, we're going to make our way back down to the floor. But that was our balancing portion.